Welcome back. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum met this week with House GOP members, urging Republicans to execute the plans in the big, beautiful bill and expand drilling capacity, onshore gas development, increase coal production through reduced costs. Joining me now, the man himself, U.S. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. Mr. Secretary, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And, of course, this won't be executed until 2026. How would you assess the capacity today?
Well, Maria, it's been a historic 6 months under President Trump. He ran on the promise that he was going to lower taxes, lower regulation, lower energy prices, unleash American energy, and really create American energy dominance. And he's delivered on all fronts across that. We're seeing this summer some of the lowest gas prices we've seen in decades. And in terms of lease sales, almost 1,000 more leases done in this first same 6 months than in compared to previous presidents. The amount of work from Alaska to the Gulf of America, President Trump is unleashing American energy and creating jobs for American energy workers. And all of this, of course, supports what's happening. President Trump also unleashing nuclear. 4 EOs that he signed about 6 weeks ago, billions of dollars of capital flowing back into innovation into the nuclear business. And then with just 2 days ago at the winning the AI race, important critical race that we have against China. We can't do that without electricity. President Trump, 3 more executive orders this week unleashing the American artificial intelligence industry. So again, incredible work in the first 6 months that he's done. When historians look back and they say, wow, how did America turn itself around 180 degrees in such a short period of time? How did America win the AI arms race? They're going to look at President Trump and his actions and say this was 6 months right now that changed history. The speech that President Trump gave at that summit 2 days ago, probably the most significant technological speech that's been given since JFK said we're going to put a man on the moon.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible moment given the demands for energy. And the Interior Department, under your leadership, of course, is ending preferential treatment for unreliable, subsidy-dependent wind and solar energy projects. The New York Times writes, the giant Republican policy bill will quickly phase out most Biden-era federal tax credits and wind and solar power over the next 2 years. Isn't it incredible that they won't call it the big, beautiful bill? The New York Times won't call it the big, beautiful bill. They have to call it the giant Republican policy bill. That is funny, Secretary. So tell us what's new about this today and what you've been able to get done under President Trump's incredible leadership and directive to unleash energy in America.
Well, it is one big, beautiful bill, Maria, and President Trump, through his executive orders, was implementing the kinds of innovation we needed on permitting reform. I mean, we've gotten 8 projects done in the last couple months that normally would took years. We're getting them done in weeks. So the things that are happening when we speed up permitting, it's estimated there's between $1 trillion and $1.5 trillion of capital projects that were stuck in America wanting to get through but waiting for permits. When we accelerate that permit, we're accelerating more capital coming into the market. Again, this is why I'm so bullish on the American economy, is that we're actually letting innovation finally take hold again as opposed to regulation. President Trump understands that innovation is the source of American greatness, and regulation is what kills us. And when you were talking about, these incredible, ridiculous subsidies for intermittent, unreliable, and expensive sources, wind and solar, the other part about that, Maria, and you've been so good on this for so long, but most of those components, like for solar, all coming from China. I mean, information coming out a few weeks ago that some of these Chinese solar panels had kill switches inside of them. So this is just like the Huawei thing a few years ago. It's like we have to have secure supply chains. But for right now, President Trump understands we need reliable, affordable American energy, baseload energy, and that's why clean, beautiful American coal, metallurgical coal, which we need to get back in the steel industry, our oil and gas resources. He's unleashing everything, and he's pro-renewable because he's pro-nuclear, he's pro-geothermal, he's pro-hydro. President Trump is for all these things, but it's American energy, and it's reliable baseload energy. That's the frame. It's not renewable versus unrenewable. It's affordable, reliable American baseload versus intermittent, expensive.
Yeah, I mean, and this is largely, President Trump's agenda. And a key part of the agenda, energy capacity and firing up this growth priority. And it includes AI. But, the China element is so important, Secretary. We just had a whole conversation with Kyle Bass about the Chinese Communist Party's bad behavior. Now, you just mentioned potential kill switches in solar panels. I mean, that's the point. If they're going to be able to turn the lights on and turn the lights off in America because we're using, Chinese solar panels, or we're buying Chinese drones, or 90% of the semiconductors that we need, advanced semiconductors, are made in Taiwan, and China's going to go in there. I mean, these are really, really big issues here. We're also worried about the Chinese buying land in America next to military installations. So from your standpoint at the Interior, what can you tell us about the China threat?
Well, I tell you that President Trump understands this. He understands when he ran and when he campaigned. He said that national security depends on energy security. And one of the first things he did when he got in office, he created the National Energy Dominance Council. He's asked me to chair it, Chris Wright, our great Secretary of Energy, to be the vice chair. We've got about half the cabinet on that council. We're all working together, and whether it's sanctions overseas, whether it's trade deals, or whether it's Lee Zeldin and the EPA. I mean, we're all working together to make sure that we have energy security, and we're cutting ourselves off from supply chains. One of the key things that the NEDC is working on is critical minerals. China has cornered that. You talked about in a previous segment. They've weaponized their control over the processing of rare earth minerals, and we're bringing all those supply chains back home. We're on a race to make sure that America can be independent from China when it comes to critical minerals and all energy sources.
Right, which is why the president has done deals in Ukraine to get access there, done a deal in the Congo to get access there, to try to fire up our own access to these rare earth minerals. But right now, we're reliant on China. I love the idea that, go ahead.
And President Trump, and we're opening up Alaska, and you'll see all these Pacific trade deals that you just described earlier that we're knocking down across our Pacific allies. All of those folks, they need to be buying energy. They want to buy energy from a secure supply chain from Alaska, and we can deliver it. That's an incredible resource. Biden put 68 executive orders against Alaska. He sanctioned Alaska more than Iran. We're turning that around.
Unbelievable. He sanctioned Alaska more than Iran. Secretary, thanks for your work. Great to see you this morning, sir. We'll keep following it for sure. All right, Doug Burgum. We'll be right back.